what is the literature review going to do for you? Just because you have a research question doesn't mean it's the exact research question you're going to use, because you just picked it, right? You picked it because you were interested in it. Now you're going to do a literature review, and you're going to refine that question, focus that question, expand it, narrow it, do whatever you need to do with it. So as you read, there should be an exchange between your research question and what you're learning. The literature review may cause you to add to the complexity of a research question, further focus that question, or even abandon the question for another question. I hope you don't have to do that, but yes.
Were you going to say something about searching other terms, or?
Oh, thank you, Kendall. Yes, I was going to do that. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so let me go back to the search page. All right, so I made this look really easy, and it's not going to be that easy for you. Because I mean, obviously, I know what search terms to use. I know nicotine dependence and smoking will get me right in there. I know those are the words I should use. There are other words I could have used, like tobacco dependence or cigarette use or some other things that basically mean the same thing as nicotine dependence and smoking. But I knew, because I'm very familiar with that area, that those were the terms I needed to use. You guys have some wonderful topics, but as I read through them, I was like, what search term would I use for that? I have no idea. So you guys might have to do a little bit of precursor work to find the right search terms to find what you're looking for. So let me give you an example. A lot of you who are using AdHealth seem to be interested in what I'll call parenting, broadly defined. Like some of you are interested in like how much time you spend with your parents. Other people were interested in like quality of parent relationship. I don't remember all the questions in AdHealth, but there are different kind of subtopics within the sort of parenting umbrella. So if I go here and I click parenting, and this time I don't need to go to my title because I'm not looking for actual references, I'm looking for terms. So if I click parenting and go to topic and search, let me show you what I find. I find 9,637 things. Do not read those things. Those are not what you want. But if I go through the titles, I'm actually going to maybe be able to find some other words that really more hit my topic than just parenting, because parenting could be a lot of different things. So here I find the word parental attributions. Another word I find is parent bonding, parental, that's paternal, but care. There's parenting practices, right? I mean, there's a lot of things, and I don't know what you guys are interested in, but you need to find out what words you need to search on before you can hit and go for the target the way I just did through my topic. Here's another one that's parenting efficacy, and there's just lots and lots of them. Parental discipline, I'm sure, is another one. I don't know what you're interested in, but you should look back to figure out what exactly was measured in AdHealth and try again through the search terms to better narrow down what you're doing, okay? Okay. And again, that doesn't mean you're going to start reading these. What you're going to do when you search this is you're going to write down words that are appropriate, and then you're going to go back and do the kind of search that I just showed you.
And one thing about the difference between the citation index and PsycInfo, to save us time so we don't go and look into there.
Yeah.
In PsycInfo, it does also have standardized subject headings to where if you don't know the terms people use, you can look through that to find out, okay, what do psychologists say about these particular, what terms do they use? In the citation indexes, there aren't standardized subject headings. You have to rely on titles and abstracts.
That's right. I just showed you how I went through and I found about 6 references that really hit my topic, really, sort of dead in the middle. They were all pretty much published in the last 2 to 3 years. So there was a time when I would look up something like that, and I couldn't find anything. There was like one paper on the topic. And you guys may find that, oh my gosh, there's one paper on this topic. Then what you do is you do kind of move out from the bullseye. It's not like, oh no, there's only one paper, so I can't do it, I abandoned my topic. It's great there's one paper. This is kind of new and cutting edge. That's wonderful. So what you want to do is sort of expand out a little bit. So, a few years back before those 6 papers were published, here's some examples of what I would have pulled up. The first one is on smoking and nicotine dependence, but the next one is on cocaine use and dependence, so the relationship between how much cocaine you use and whether or not you're dependent. The next one is on marijuana use and dependence, and the last one is on alcohol use and dependence. So if I don't have papers on smoking and nicotine dependence, I'm going to broaden it out and say, well, I'm interested in addiction. in sort of the level of substance exposure that you need before you find that you're feeling those addiction symptoms. If I only have 1 or 2 papers, you do want to broaden out to get some perspective. And if you do need to do that, you probably need some consultation, librarians and TAs and instructors and that kind of thing to give you a lot of support to do it. But I don't want you to say, oh, no, I only found 2 things, so I'm going to change my data set, change my topic. No, you're not. Don't change your data set. You don't have to change your topic. But this is the time, you guys, where the insane amounts of one-on-one support really make a lot of sense, meaning get out there, get into it, start figuring out what you're doing, figure out whether you feel like you're hitting a dead end or you're not, because there's not a lot of